So we can break apart to hit me if I seem a little unimpressed with this. An antisocial pessimist, but usually I don't mess with this, and I know.
Hello and welcome to another video of Power BI Masterclass series. In this video, I will gonna show you that how you can implement the parameters in your Power BI reports. So first, let's create a page. Now let's add visual to our report. Let's say I want the customer company and the total sales. Let's format this. Let's increase the values to 15 and the column headers to let's say 14 and make it bold. Let's increase the size. Now, what I want to achieve is I got the total sales here for the whole time. I want this to be filtered for the specific time, that is for the specific instance, like say last X days, that is from 0 to 200. I want, if I select 220, that should be last 20 days sales. If I select 30, that should be last 30 days sales need to be displayed here for the specific customers. So let's do that. For that, I'll need to go to this modeling and need to create parameters. So I'll go and create new parameters and I'll select numeric range. Here let's provide the name as last X days and I'll provide minimum as 0 and for the maximum I'll provide 200 and I'll click on create. Now you can see here we have the slider for the last X days. If I select on this slider, nothing is changed for this visual because it is not linked with this. So let's do that. Let's go to this measures table. Let's first calculate the last X days, last X date. Oh, sorry, last date. So I'll use last date. We calculated the last date using max function in the previous videos. So let's use a different function for this video. Let's say last date function. So what it does, it returns. Let's say it returns the last non-blank date. So we'll get the last ordered date that should be filtered using orders table. Yes. So I'll got the last order date. So let's click on this visual and add this last order date. So let's say what was the last order date. So the last order date was 6/5/2021. So it is not correctly formatted. So let's remove this for now. Now let's go to the new measure and create a measure called, let's say, last X day sales. Last X day sales. I'll go and use calculate function. What I want the total sales using a filter table. I'll filter this using the dates table. It's to be filtered using the filter expression that the dates table date that should be greater than the last date and minus of the last X days. I'll explain this just a bit. Use dates table date that should be less than or equals to the last date. So what I've done here is, let's format this first. I'll calculate the total sales using the filter table, that is the dates table need to be filtered using that dates table date that should be greater than the last date, which is the most recent date, minus last 30 days, last X days. And this dates table date that should be less than or equals to the most recent date, that is last date. I'll hit enter now. Now let's select the visual first. Let's select the visual That is, let's add this last X days sales. Let's format this so you can see better. See, sales. Now, if I change the slider, let's say for 23 last 23 days sale, you can see this visual is filtered, but you can see also here we have empty values. That means these customers has didn't order on the last 23 days sale. Let's increase the size, let's say 75. You can see there we have the last X days sales that they generated. So 121 and 162, you can see. So that is how you can create a slider parameter and generate and do more dynamic calculations and visualization results. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you'll hopefully it is interesting to you. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.